A few days ago, Luka and I had the opportunity to do a session with a beautiful Blue Nose Pitbull. Luka's helped me with a few dogs who are learning to live and play safely, respectfully, and with confidence, and recently has been helping me with rehab cases, working with dogs or other animals who have a history of trauma and aggression. I'm so excited to share this recent session with you. Marlo hadn't interacted with other dogs for some time before this session, as his last encounter didn't go very well, and the other dog, due to his injuries, unfortunately had to be euthanized. Marlo was scheduled to also be euthanized, but Kenna managed to rescue him 3 days before the appointment. The two of them have been working on foundational behaviors and on relieving pain in his body since his adoption. In this session together, we first focused on creating a stimulating and playful environment to increase and maintain our dog's focus, to keep their attention on us and on the tasks at hand, rather than on the other dog. The idea was to charge the space with feel-good energy and to use obstacles for proprioception and various cues for positive redirection or firm but fair corrections. In the very beginning, we were careful to keep lots of distance between the two dogs. Moving from one obstacle or task to the next to maintain focus. Marlo would receive a click and a reward each time he looked up and focused on Kenna. The longer he paid total attention to her, the more rewarding it was for him. Kenna was using the word yes to mark each behavior, rather than using the actual click sound.
So that he's following us and searching for our eye contact. Because if he's always looking for our eyes, when we're on the move, he's going to be on the move, right? He's going to be totally enamored with what we're doing and how he can be a part of it.
By conditioning this kind of focus on Kenna, she was able to quickly and finally loosen the leash a bit, giving Marlo the chance to actually succeed without simply following the pressure of the leash.
Look at that loose lead.
And to keep his sit cue charged, we were careful to mark and reward for a few of his sit responses as well. We wanted every full stop to eventually send Marlo into a default sit.
Yes, good boy. That was super.
Once we really felt like we had his attention, we began to mirror walk, staying on opposite sides while moving in the same direction, making sure to use the obstacles and fun cues to keep it light and to hold their focus. Right here, this was actually such a great moment, as Kenna and I were able to chat a bit without losing either dog's focus. So while Marlo was standing with Kenna, I decided to pass him with Luka. I was mindful to walk between them both, but they did great. And before moving on to the next step, I did a few more fun cues with Luka to try and distract Marlo.
Yes, good boy. Good boy. No.
But he was super quick to bring his focus back to Kenna, so we moved on to the crisscross walking pattern, moving in opposite directions with both humans separating both dogs. We did this pattern for a number of laps, but clearly they couldn't really be less concerned with each other. So we moved on to the next challenge. Crisscrossing without a human in between. Luka was great at watching me while passing Marlo, but Marlo was a bit distracted, so Kenna gave him an opportunity to focus on her after and to remember to keep his eyes on her. And that went so well that we decided both boys deserved a little break to play around with some different obstacles and challenges again. It amazes me how much these simple behaviors can increase our dog's attention to us, and how much that increased attention to us can decrease their chances of becoming aggressive to another. The next challenge was to start sharing obstacles. moving amongst the cones together while passing each other closely. Then it was time to walk together, with a human between at first, but then with no humans between them at all. I loved that Luka reached out here to sniff, but I wanted to quickly bring his attention back to me to keep this fresh situation calm and controlled. While moving over the mat, Marlo decided to then take a turn to sniff Luka, and Kenna was quick to hold him back as Luka got just a little nervous. While Marlo seemed calm and friendly, his newly heightened energy and excitement, mixed with some curious uncertainty, was just a bit too conflicting. But Marlo was quick to focus back on Kenna, so his increase in energy could have been just him communicating that he felt ready to play. So while Marlo was still on his leash, I turned Luka loose. As we walk very calmly over to Marlo and Kenna, I gave Luka multiple release cues. And Kenna was careful to keep Marlo's attention on her. It took some encouragement, but after a short and very positive bum sniff and quick hello, I called Luka back into me for a reward and a bit of a break. After I released Luka, he went back in to say another hello and decided he trusted Marlo's energy enough that he also wanted to play. So I walked up to Marlo and gave him a little bit of a reward. We mingled there for a moment, and then we decided to drop Marlo's leash. And after a bit, we took a couple steps back, releasing both boys with their release cue. And we watched as a dog who was destined to be destroyed made a new friend, rekindled his joy for life, and rediscovered his trust and joy.